Ishibon and Gul in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, today's video is going to be special because finally the whole situation about Raul Sanyehi being sacked, we are going to address that, and also we're going to talk about who is going to replace him. Is he going to be replaced, or everything is going to be trimmed down, and we are going to have Raul's Edu, Gaspar, Vinay Venkatesham, who's Femi as the chief negotiator, and Mikel Arteta taking the reins, or something else is happening. What is Kroenke up to? So let's just jump into it. But first, let's talk about Roberto Carlos, who agrees with Jurgen Klopp about Felipe Coutinho. Because about Felipe Coutinho, Jurgen Klopp said this: you cannot replace Felipe Coutinho with exactly the same kind of player. He's Phil Coutinho. He has a specific style of play, tactically an outstanding player. He can play as a winger, number 10, 8, really great. I don't want to put one of my players in the position where people will say constantly he's the Phil replacement. And also, Roberto Carlos says, I love watching that guy play. He's brilliant on the ball, obviously, but he's clever off it too, taking up good positions. Everyone says about Neymar, but Coutinho is proving that he's also a massive player for Brazil too. When all the defenders focus on Neymar, he pops up and decides matches. So yes, the fact of the matter is, when I saw him against Barcelona, he just destroyed that defense. But moving on, Hossein Aouar is actually flattered by the clubs that are being interested in him, because he says, I don't know if it is a job interview. It's flattering to be linked, but it's a bit off topic. I'm fully focused on Lyon because these are really important matches. But moving on, well, Thomas Partey was an unused substitute in. We all know that in Atletico Madrid's loss to RB Leipzig, but with the midfielder season now coming to an end, as Atletico fell short once more, Arsenal may have received a welcome boost in their pursuit for the 27-year-old, and it is believed that Arsenal will definitely get going for him. Well, let's talk about more stuff. Ajax midfielder Donny van de Beek has opened up about his future. Well, yes, he was being linked with Arsenal. He was being linked with a lot of clubs, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Every team actually literally wanted Donny van de Beek, but he's spoken about his future. He says he has revealed that the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic has impacted the interest from Man United and Real Madrid. The Netherlands international had received contact from both the clubs, but now insists he would be happy with an Ajax stay should that be the case. He says, it is very messy, in any case a very messy period in terms of transfers. Nothing is certain yet. I am still a player of Ajax and I am still proud to be there. If there had not been the coronavirus, it might have been different now. There is no clarity now and we have to wait and see how it turns out. I'm still here, and after all these years, I still have a lot of fun. If I also play at Ajax next season, I still have a lot of fun. You won't hear me complaining. Well, yes, this also proves certain things that yes, he won't mind to stay. But moving on, Fabrizio Romano opens up about the whole Gabriel Magalhaes situation. He says, still not decided, mate. Napoli want him if they sell Koulibaly. Arsenal and Manchester United are waiting for Gabriel to select another option. Which exact option will he select? Only Gabriel knows. Well, not only this, well, it's 7 days until UWCL, yes, Women's Champions League, and Arsenal are going to face Paris Saint-Germain and Daniele Van de Donk, who is going to represent those 7 days to go. Yes, it's 7 days to go, and we, just because of the interactive sessions, now at least you know that Daniele Van de Donk is Arsenal Women's number 7. Well, talking about more, but it looks like, let's talk about Felipe Coutinho, why he was a failure at Barcelona. Well, in Coutinho's first 6 months, he got 11 goals and assists in 10 games. He started with Dembele, provided width and pace. Dembele provided width and pace. In 2018-2019, when Dembele was injured, Coutinho was told to provide width, which is not his game, so he struggled. Instead of signing a new winger, Barcelona loaned him out and spent 808 million pounds on Antoine Griezmann. So you can understand where things have not went well for Barcelona. Well, let's talk about it. Arsenal came up with a very. We were waiting for Oba to be announced. We got Willian. Now we are waiting for Oba to be announced. And now we got Raul Sanyehi actually leaving the club. Unbelievable. So Arsenal came up with the tweet that we are announcing today that the head of football, Raul Sanyehi, is leaving the club, and Vinay Venkatesham, our current managing director, will lead us going forward. And KSE had appointed Tim Lewis to clean up the club in order for them to feel comfortable with investing their own money. It is good news that this situation was wrapped up fast. This minimizes the effect it will have on the current transfer window. And yes, let's talk about more stuff. Well, James Benge tweets out to confirm Sanyehi's departure is immediate and Vinay Venkatesham will move into a role akin to what Ivan Gazidis used to do. Cronkies and the board believe in current climate it is important that the club have one leader. Well, not only that, this is Vinay Venkatesham. Actually, he's actually survived Gazidis, Sven Mislintat, and now Rahul Sanyehi. He's unbelievable. And also, talking about a thread, Arsenal's official statement included in a statement on behalf of our owners, Stan and Josh Kroenke, said Rahul has made a big contribution during his time with us and will always be a part of the Arsenal family. We thank him for all his hard work and expertise and wish him every future success. And we have no doubt that Vinay is the right person to take the club forward. He has shown outstanding leadership during the current crisis and is held in high regard internally and externally. We know everyone will rally around him so we can move forward successfully. Vinay, who has been at Arsenal since 2010, said, I'm thankful to Stan, Josh and the rest of my Arsenal board for their trust in me. I will miss working closely with my colleague and friend Rahul, but I am looking forward to this new challenge. Vinay also said that there is much work to do to return Arsenal to the top of the game where we belong, which is what our fans rightly demand. While this won't happen overnight, I believe we have many of the critical ingredients to do so. There are many positives to build on across the club. While football faces uncertainties ahead of her as a result of the pandemic, I am confident Arsenal will strongly emerge and look forward with confidence. So Rahul Sanyehi said that I am proud and pleased with the contribution I've made at Arsenal over the past 3 years and look forward to enjoying the club's future success. Arsenal is a true footballing institution. I am proud to have been part of its history and I thank Stan and Josh Kroenke for this opportunity. Working with Vinay, we have built a top team for the future. Mikel has made an extremely positive impact since his arrival and has formed a strong team with Edu Gaspar. The academy is in very safe hands with Pierre and whose family is a talented and highly capable leader of our football operations. I look forward to taking some time off and spending time with family before setting to work on a new challenge and cheering Arsenal on. So yes, Freddie Paxson came up with a tweet. He said the lack of clear distinction between who actually does what at Arsenal has been a talking point for a long time. Streamlining the executive team does make sense. Hopefully it can be less of a talking point going forward. Well, yes. So a report on Arsenal's reject bid for Hossein Aouar yesterday had a very important sentence that wasn't spoken about enough. Arsenal are the only club that have contacted Lyon for the player. So yes, you have to understand that as well. But let's talk about more aspects. Ian Wright tweets out, protect Mikel at all costs. So he believes that Mikel Arteta is also not safe. He could be cut off as well. Unfreaking believable. Well, let's talk about it. Juventus and Paratici have decided to attempt to strike a deal for Alexandre Lacazette. Pirlo admires the striker for his quality amid all the problems and he loves his characteristics as well. So let's move on. Jill Rood is ready, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal women's number 14, Jill Rood. Well, yes, and that's really great as well. Well, let's talk about the bigger bomb. Yes, for those who are asking about transfer rumors, it's a minefield of fake and deceptive information. But even within the club themselves and the club administration, with Raul's departure, Arsenal fans have to prepare that they would see one Arsenal legend, at least one Arsenal legend, coming and joining the board in the coming weeks. Now, everyone was like, who is it? Dennis Bergkamp. Everyone was asking about, is it Dennis Bergkamp? Is it Mark Overmars? Who's going to come back at Arsenal? Who's going to do that? Who's going to do that job? Well, there were mentions of David O'Leary. Yes, David O'Leary. Yes, but there was a report in 2019 Mirrors one report which suggested that Arsenal are considering to give former captain David O'Leary job as consultant. Sir Chips Keswick is among the leading names at the Emirates Stadium who want to appoint the Irishman. So yes, this could be the in fact reason that David O'Leary could be a part of the board member. He could be a member of the board in the coming future. So see an Arsenal legend coming back to the board. It's actually good. But yes, many fans were actually over the board talking about Dennis Bergkamp coming back. Well, let's move on. Well, talking about more stuff, Alan Smith believes Arsenal have signed their very own Virgil van Dijk in William Saliba. He says Saliba by all accounts has tremendous potential as a classy defender in the Virgil van Dijk mold. I can just imagine Arteta on that training ground working hard with a 19-year-old to instill good habits. Depending on how that goes, we might see the Frenchman let loose early on, next to whom is another matter though. Well, Newcastle goalkeeper Freddie Woodman is set to head back to Swansea City on loan next season. The 23-year-old has been targeted by Arsenal as well as Scottish champion Celtic following an impressive loan spell at Liberty Stadium. He has actually kept 12 clean sheets in 43 appearances for Swansea in 2019-2020. And if you ask me why, because Leeds United are among the teams chasing Emiliano Martinez. Though these are just rumours, I really don't believe the whole situation, but the Argentine stopper helped Mikel Arteta win the FA Cup, so let's see, he wants assurances for the first team action. So the next video will be on Felipe Coutinho. Do watch the video till the end and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We are on a mission of reaching 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. That's going to be an unbelievable and beautiful milestone to reach. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe.